Theology in 3 minutes. Topic: Religion and Society. Part 1: The Benefits. For most of human history, slavery was normal. Children were seen as lesser beings, and public torture and humiliation was entertainment. We often enjoy and take many freedoms for granted today because the developed world has already done away with these practices. But when? Why? What changed? It didn't happen overnight, but an idea seeped into the culture, took root, and over time, created respect for human dignity and value. One of the most influential forces behind that change was religion, particularly Christianity. In the ancient world, unwanted infants were sometimes abandoned in a practice known as infant exposure. Few had the heart to murder a baby themselves, so they left it out on the side of the road, or even beside piles of refuse and trash. They were exposed to the elements, and left to die. Early Christians became known for rescuing these children. Christian women would search for abandoned infants, listening for their cries, then take them into their homes, and raise them together. And thus was born history's earliest orphanages. The Judeo-Christian value of seeing every human being as made in the image of God also extended to the commandment to suffer the little children. The same principle also inspired the abolition of slavery. If every human being bears the image of God, then every human being possesses inherent dignity. It took centuries for the culture to fully inculcate that idea, but as it did, slavery became increasingly difficult to justify. In the United States in particular, most of the anti-slavery movement was spearheaded by Quakers and Methodists. Some still attempted to defend slavery, yet they could only do so by minimizing or reinterpreting the very same principles that inspired the abolitionists. In the long run, slavery could not survive in a culture that increasingly believed these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Regrettably, slavery and child abuse persist to this day, primarily in the still developing parts of the world. On the other hand, in the more developed parts of the world, such practices are rare, and when they do happen, they are rightfully condemned as abhorrent. This proves that cultures that develop from particular religious convictions can, will, and have improved the society around them, eventually culminating in not just the removal of malicious practices, but in the creation of benevolent ones. We already discussed orphanages, but many hospitals and charities were also created from religious institutions. And many of the Western ideals surrounding human rights, justice, and equality in the eyes of the law also stem from Judeo-Christian values. Unfortunately, many people believe that they have moved beyond religion, while still retaining the values that religion taught them. However, whether or not you believe that the Christian religion is true is irrelevant. History has proven that it was the Christian values that rapidly spread these ideas that many people now take for granted. In a world where infants were left to die, Christians rescued them. In a world where slavery was normal, Christians abolished it. In a world where the poor were ignored, Christians cared for them. Many other reforms were downstream from the Judeo-Christian conviction that every man, woman, and child was made in the image of God.